And we're live. Just really quick, this is a Halloween special one-shot for 2020 called the Halloween Spooktacular, where the O's are 2020. And this is going to be run by Jeremy, normally player of Breath, now Dungeon Master Extraordinaire for this one shot. So I am very excited to play a character instead of the Dungeon Master, and from there, I am going to let Jeremy take it away.
Hello and welcome. Before we really get going, I want to give everyone a quick chance to introduce their characters for this one shot. So going from left to right as I see them on my screen, we will start with you, M.
Righty, give me just a second. So my character is named Gideon. He is a Gideon Goldenflight. He is a male tiefling, red skin, pale golden hair, golden eyes, framed by these massive golden glasses, gold-rimmed glasses. He's got a very demure look about him almost all the time. He's very quiet, extremely nerdy, which you'd expect. He is a wizard after all. And yeah, he's like I said, he's very quiet. He speaks kind of nervously and kind of slowly. And yeah, that's Gideon.
Excellent. Max.
I am playing Gralmer Blackhair. I am a dwarven fighter. I am always calm, no matter the situation. And I am a good person, but I am no nonsense, and I do not believe in ghosts. No matter what my companions may say. I have a dark past, a criminal background, but I do not wish to talk about it. I will do everything I can to do good in this world.
So you're the Scully of the group. Excellent. Danielle.
My character is a monk, and she is 5 inches tall because she's a pixie. She's got brownish purple skin, green hair, and her name is Jouette, which means playful, and that's what she is.
Wonderful. Lindsay.
Sorry, I was not expecting a pixie. Hang on a moment.
That's awesome.
So I'm playing Adriel Winterhall. Adriel Winterhall. She is a Grave Domain cleric who worships Kalimvor. And she is an ardent believer in ghosts and the undead and sees it as her mission to return them to the afterlife where they belong and where they can rest peacefully following good judgment from Kalimvor, assumingly. So yeah, that is her.
Fantastic. And last but certainly not least, Matt.
So I'm playing Sir Neil Lancaster, who is of the noble house of Lancaster. And he is essentially someone who's dispatched to deal with problems like items flying around the house, or children's heads spinning around, or, various things that need dealing with. So he's kind of an extension of, he's a worshiper of Azuth, who's a god of knowledge, and on behalf of that organization, he kind of goes out. And he's a little older, he's kind of gruff. Picture the old priest from The Exorcist, because that is more or less literally what I have put together.
So is he from Pennsylvania then?
I don't know.
Lancaster, Pennsylvania. Yeah. No, Danielle and I met at a tiny, tiny little Bible college in Maryland, and we had a lot of one-sided rivalry with Lancaster Bible College up in Pennsylvania. One-sided because we posed no threat to anyone in any capacity. Excellent. Nice to meet you all, you five folks. So you have been traveling together for some time. 6? 1? No, because Corey's not here.
Oh.
Yeah. For those of you watching online, Corey D was planning on joining us. Unfortunately, this thing called real life, I haven't heard a lot about it, but I think it's something some people have to deal with. Got in the way. So unfortunately, Corey will not be here. But you have been traveling together for some time. You know each other fairly well. Whether or not you knew each other before you began adventuring is, relatively irrelevant for our purposes today. But you know each other. You've worked a couple of missions together, saved the small village from the werewolf, perhaps, or found out what was causing the disruption in the abandoned mine, that kind of thing. You're not out there saving the world, but you're out there making people's lives generally better. Right now, you currently find yourself in the small city of Arcalay. This is a trade town. It lays right at the start of a river and the edge of a mountain. People will travel the mountain path, bringing their goods from the east, load it onto ships, and ship it down the river to ports further on. So this is a fairly prosperous, well-to-do town. There are a fair amount of people who live here, but it's not a massive city. It's a fair size. And you are walking across town trying to reach your next appointment when you come across an apple cart that is toppled, and the apples have spilled everywhere, effectively blocking your path. And it is at this point, okay, excuse me one moment. When a young orphan lad that you've had some encounters with before, who goes by Boy, walks up to you and tugs on, I'm sorry, I don't know all your characters' names yet. M's character's sleeve.
Oh, yes?
I need your help.
Okay. Okay. What?
Well, some of my friends, they went in the bad house, and they ain't come out yet.
The bad house? This sounds like a problem. Perhaps you should show us there right away so we can help your friends.
Alright, come this way. And while you travel, if anyone wants to make, we'll say a history check. See how much you know about the bad house.
Wow, nice, man.
So, you have spent some time in Arcalay before. It's kind of the major city for this region. And two of you especially have heard, that'd be helpful, have heard stories about the Bat House. This is kind of the, every city has a few urban legends. Every city has a few, on this night at this intersection, if you look to the east, you may see a spirit crossing the path, and then it never actually happens. This house that Boy is talking about, you know that over the past 5 years, it has had 7 different people trying to live in it. and none of them have lasted more than a season. Most of them have left on their own. A few of them left by other means. And so, after a short trip through the city, Boy brings you to for what it looks like, it's really very common-looking house. Simple one-story structure, made of wood, built on a stone foundation. Doesn't look much different than any of the other houses you see around you in this area. But Boy gets about 100 feet and then stops it. Well, what happened was, I was out here and I said to Patricia, Patricia, if you don't go in that house, you're an egg. And Patricia said, I'm no egg. And she went in the house and she didn't come out. And then Sammy, I said, Sammy, you have to go in there. And you have to go out to Patricia and find her, or you're an egg. And Sammy said, I'm no egg. And he went out to Patricia. And now Sammy and Patricia, they ain't come out. I don't know what to do.
It would be very unfortunate. It would be very unfortunate if anyone were to be an egg. But I think that maybe we will have egg on face if we do not go in after them.
Yes, well said. And an excellent pun, by the way. Yes, let's go on in.
Okay, let's go.
Wait, Boy, you should go home, I think.
Well, all right, but if you find them, you come tell me right away.
Wait, what do your friends look like?
No, they're kids.
Fair enough.
A girl and a boy are in trouble. We will help your friends, Boy, and we find you after and make sure you are well as well. Keep others away and tell the town guard.
I don't know if I should tell the town guard that they don't get along too well with me.
Oh, I am sorry, Boy. Then stay and watch and call for help if need be.
All right, I can do that. I'll be the watchman.
I heft my shield and my hammer and give the others a nod. Head toward the front door.
Now, Grommer, you remember the last time we just tried bashing down the door and the home was peacefully occupied? I think we should probably knock.
There are children inside who may be in trouble. We have little time to waste.
No one lives here. This place is mostly abandoned. New people come, they go. We should go after the kids. This is no time for proper decorum.
I will knock with fist. Grim Fist. That is the name of my hammer. I knock on the door.
Neil will just open the door. Like a normal person.
Okay, yeah, you walk up to the front door. It is a simple-looking wooden door, again, very much like you see in the rest of the houses on this street. It opens with no issue. Inside, you see, you can tell no one's living here right now. Inside looks very gloomy.
I'm going to cast light just on, a point on the ceiling, kind of in the middle of the room.
You cast light. As you do so, it's not dark, but there's almost some kind of haze, something obscuring your view of what's inside.
My vision is normally good in the dark, but this is not darkness. Something else.
Can I make an Arcana check to see if I recognize this as a spell effect or something?
Absolutely.
Hey. So yeah, 24.
You've encountered magical darkness before. This does not seem to be that. You're not 100% sure what is going on.
I don't know what is going on either. This is bizarre.
So, knowing the reputation of this house and, feeling this odd feeling like these children should be here, perhaps they're in danger, Adriel is going to use her Eyes of the Grave ability. So, she's going to see if there's any undead within 60 feet of us.
The entire house lights up like a beacon.
Uh-oh. Well, I have good news and bad news. The good news is this is exactly where we're supposed to be.
What's the
The bad news? There's undead everywhere. You see that closet door? Undead back there. You see that dining room? Undead in there. They're everywhere.
Gideon's gonna. Everywhere? Are you sure?
She looks at the ceiling. Everywhere.
Can you see them?
You actually cannot detect, you can't see any of those things from where you're standing, Beaky Dubs.
Yeah, no. I'm assuming I can't see them, I can just sense them.
It's like the worst OCD.
That is a grave matter. However, let us discover Rachel, Sammy. What were the little kids' names? I forgot.
I forgot as well.
Children!
I think that's right. It sounds right. I don't know.
Thank you, kind DM.
So, in terms of visibility, did the light spell made no difference, or it's just hazy, like a fog kind of effect?
When you're driving through a fog?
Yeah.
And you turn on your headlights?
Yep. Okay. Perfect. I got it. So I guess I'll dismiss the light and see because I know if you turn off your high beams, usually that helps.
Now it just looks like a gloomy room of some kind.
We are currently in the foyer. Where are we exactly?
You're standing outside the street. You haven't walked inside it.
I would like to walk inside. I would like to walk inside and call out,
Okay.
Patricia, that was it.
Yeah,
Patricia, Sammy.
Oh, no. You are still standing out on the sunny street. So you are all walking in now?
I certainly am. I'd like to get ahead of the rest, although I'm slower than them, so it depends on if they wait for me.
We'll just make do.
Not that much slower. All right, so the five of you walk inside. As the fifth one, whoever that may be, or Jewett, I think, flies inside.
Yep.
Wait, sorry, I missed. Jewett, what are you?
I'm a pixie.
Oh, nice. Smoking.
It's a bitsy. As the fifth one of you passes inside by whatever means you are traveling, the door behind you slams shut, and the room around you is no longer shrouded in this haze. What you see before you is the house foyer. It is a fairly large room. I'm going to attempt to draw it, and this is where my wonderful art skills are going to come onto display. You should see it beginning to appear on the map.
Hey.
Yes.
Yeah, sorry, I'm holding down my push to talk button, and that is making the Girl Scout event come through also, so I'll try and get better at that. So as you step into this room, it is a large wood-paneled foyer. You are coming in at the south here. You see two doors immediately to your right and left, two more doors a little bit further on to your right and left, and a staircase leading up. The sound of a light rain begins to hit the roof above you.
Wait, was it raining outside? Did it look like it was raining outside? What was the weather forecast?
You said we were in the sunny street a minute ago, so I'm guessing it was not.
Are there windows in this room?
There are some windows. As you go around, look around the room, there's some here and here.
So looking outside, do we see rain?
There is a light rain falling on the windows through the dark night clouds above you.
Guys, I don't mean to alarm you, but this house is spooky. Because it definitely wasn't dark and night when we went in here, right?
Can I try the doorknob on the door that just slammed shut and just see?
It does not even move.
Yes, I suspect we have gone through perhaps a portal of some kind. I don't know. I don't believe we're necessarily still in Arcalay.
That makes sense.
We need to get these children home. Undead and dusty stairs are a very dangerous combination for children. Let us examine the dust for footprints. I will do so as I say it. Do I need to make a roll?
Oh, sorry, yes, I thought you were going to. Yes, an investigation check would be delightful.
Can I roll as well to kind of help with that?
Either you can assist, or maybe do one of your own. Just.
Wow.
That's better.
Yeah.
That's a nice investigation modifier.
I know, right? So the fact that I rolled a 2 isn't that bad.
Yeah. Yeah, so the dust on the ground. Yeah. The dust on the ground is quite thick. It seems like no one has been here for several years.
Oh dear. I don't like the look of this.
No evidence of the children.
Now, from what we knew of the house and like its multiple people, like, did people move out, or were they just like, oh, there's new people there, we don't know what happened to the other people?
No, so of the people, the stories you've heard, and you've never met any of these people in person, the rumors you've heard, some of them moved out, some of them passed on.
There must be a way to return whatever magic or whatever brought us here. There must be a way to undo this. We should continue to explore the house. Either we will find the children, or we will find a way to return. Other people have come and gone from this place before. There must be a way to return.
Let's go up the stairs.
Very well.
Okay.
Real quick, there are 4 doors and 1 set of stairs, is that correct?
Correct, not counting the one that you came through, which is down here, which is no bueno anymore.
And is there anything else in this room, in the foyer, other than the wood-paneled walls?
No, it's pretty bare. There are, like I said, there are the windows. There are no decorations, no obvious furniture, quite a few cobwebs, but nothing else immediately catches your attention now.
Okay. I would like to maybe grab a splinter of wood or something, just some random solid object, if there's anything I can pry up, and just real quick toss it at each of the doors in turn, and then try to open the door. Following that, starting with the leftmost door and going in a clockwise fashion. And I'll also throw it at the bottom stair as well as I go by.
Excellent. So we're starting here.
Bottom left.
Bottom left.
Clockwise.
Okay, so bottom left, top right, bottom right, and
Correct.
then stair.
Mm-hmm.
Not that the order really matters. As you go along and do this, here's what happens. You approach the bottom left door, toss the splinter. The splinter, this wood is fairly rough at this point. It's easy to find a jagged piece. Pull out a splinter. You toss out the door, falls down. You open this door. It opens with ease. Nothing unusual happens. It seems to be maybe like a shoe closet. There's a bit of a rack where someone might put their boots. There's a threadbare, I don't know if that's the right word, brush, that you see that people wipe the mud off. You imagine this is where people, when they came into the house, would kind of shake off the road a little bit. You do the same thing over. Oh, I'm getting an echo. Cool. Shoe closet. Oh, thank you. You guys are so helpful. I like helpful players. You do the same thing at this door. No effect from the splinter. It opens up into a hallway. You see it go down quite a ways. You do see from where you are, there is a door here, and another door here, and then it turns off to the right there. You grab your third splinter, toss it at this door, nothing happens. You try it, this door is locked. You grab a splinter, toss it at this door, nothing happens. Out of curiosity, if I say the word vinegaroon, do y'all know what that is?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
As you open this door,
I don't like that question.
a swarm of vinegaroons swarm out, crawl around the floor, and scatter and scurry into the various cracks and crevices around the foyer.
Gideon makes a very, very tough and manly sounding squeak.
This picture is not to scale.
Yeah, how big are they?
They're normal size. A real vinegaroon is about the size of, say, a scorpion.
Ooh, okay.
So,
I'd like
once
to stomp on one.
it squishes.
I don't like those. I don't like those. You.
Just bugs. Just bugs.
Yeah, but they're creepy.
We had one in our yard one time. It's fun living in New Mexico. Aside from that, it looks like more of a coat closet, maybe a linen closet at some point as well, depending on what was needed to store there. There's a few scraps of cloth, a lot of dust, now disturbed by the swarm of insects. And finally, as you grab the splinter and toss it at the stairs, it lands there. There seems to be no effect.
So, one quick question. Did the house seem this large when we were outside of it?
I would ask for an intelligence check, but no. No, it did not. No. For example, it was a one-story house.
I'm more curious how the windows that were on there now look into the closets.
Yeah, that's my art skill coming out. It's really more like the closets are.
No, yeah, I'm sure they're not that deep.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like a 15-foot deep shoe closet, which is probably not right.
All the way to Narnia, y'all.
They are just really into shoes here. I agree with whoever said we should check the stairs. That seems the most likely considering all these doors are closed. Even though we have not
3 of them are
found
now open.
They were originally closed,
That's true.
and I doubt the children would be closing doors behind them.
Unless the doors close behind them on their own.
Yes, we've already seen one door that closed of its own accord, so...
Because of all of the ghosts in here.
An excellent point. On the other hand, we could search the hallway so that we can go floor by floor, and that way we have less chance of missing the children in passing.
That makes sense to me.
Let's do that then. And I will put action to my words and go down the hallway and look through the left-hand door. After I toss a splinter at it.
Okay, so
You don't look to the right at all.
Oh,
This
well,
door?
I'm assuming that if I stand here, I'm going to see down the hallway. But yes.
I'm assuming you're just intentionally like, I refuse. I will not look down that hall. No, you look down the hall, sure enough.
More hall?
What you see,
More doors?
there is more hall. More doors, yes. We must take the ring to more doors.
Hot tip. I'm not sure if it'll work, but I believe if you hold down shift when drawing lines, it will snap to the grid.
Yeah, but then I'm holding the push to talk button, and it's just...
This is nice. This has the feel of actually being at a table.
Yeah.
So this is what you see. You do see another door further down on your left, and then it curves, not curves, but turns once more further down.
Wow, these are some weird hallways. Not that I know what a normal hallway looks like, but these are some weird hallways, I feel like.
Yes, much about this house is weird.
So you open, the splinter produces no weird effects. You open this door. It opens into a fairly large room. There are a few walls on the southern, a few walls? What? A few windows on the southern wall. But more obviously what you notice on the southern wall, opposite of where the door is a massive painting. It is almost floor to ceiling, and it is wider than it is tall. It's no floor, only walls. Correct. It shows a beach scene. It's kind of one of those where the it's at a diagonal angle. Shows a happy couple walking along the shore. The woman has a lace parasol above her head, and the man has his arm wrapped around her waist, and they seem to be strolling along, enjoying a nice sunny day on the beach.
Would it be like a history check to see if I recognize like who painted it, perhaps, or like maybe key features of the landscape that was painted? Anything?
Yeah, go for it. Make a. If you have proficiency in history, go ahead and roll that.
I do.
Okay, perfect. Oh, that's right. Yeah, you got that really good roll earlier.
Not so great.
No, I mean you can tell it was probably. This wasn't some. Wine and painting, amateur art class kind of thing. By the way, this is Ghost Pines wine that Danielle and I are enjoying. And it's massive, it's large, and so it, clearly costs some money. It's proficient, not masterpiece level.
In keeping with like the level of quality of the house?
Make a perception check. Anyone who wants to.
Somehow I rolled 3 times. I don't know why.
For your third eye.
Yeah.
Can
I tried to click on it just once.
Gideon, you notice, unlike the rest of the house where everything has a fine layer of dust, this painting's colors are bright and vibrant and seem well preserved.
Ooh, that's a really pretty painting. He's gonna go up and like look at it.
As you cross the room,
Yeah.
the painting begins to change. Crustaceans swarm out of the sand and begin crawling up the happy couple. Fleshy tentacles begin to spring from the water, wrapping their way towards shore. And another figure, a shrouded figure, begins approaching the couple, coming the opposite way along the beach. Only you see this, Gideon.
He's gonna stop like halfway through the room and like, does the painting keep going or is it only as he moves?
It stops as you stop.
Oh, whoa. He's gonna take a couple more steps forward just to like see what happens.
Are we all seeing this?
No, only Gideon is seeing this.
We're seeing Gideon kind of walk back and forth a little bit, though, I think.
Like, what?
What are you doing, Gideon?
What do your tiefling eyes see?
Spooky things. Crabs coming out of the sand and tentacles. It's weird.
I told you not to eat those mushrooms, Gideon. You
I
never
didn't.
listen.
They were tasty. I didn't eat mushrooms.
So if we walk forward, we see the same thing?
Correct. And yeah, it's like if you've ever played around with video software or just, rewinding, fast forwarding, as Gideon was doing, there is that.
Correct.
Does left to right do anything?
No.
Okay.
He's gonna. Oh, keep going, Max.
This does not seem likely to be where the children have gone. There are no obvious exits from this room, but perhaps we should throw something at the painting just in case?
Gideon's already touched it.
Oh, you have?
Yeah.
I missed that.
As you touch it, I need everybody to roll initiative.
Yeah.
Did I call that, or?
FYI, I have a sentinel shield, which gives me advantage on initiative, as well as
Go for
perception.
Oh yeah, we don't have to.
Do we have figures we need to click on or anything? Or just straight rolls?
No, I'm just gonna record it on my end because I'm not great. I rolled 20.
Yeah, it just yelled at me for not having a token selected.
Same.
It is rather appropriate that the dwarf, being the slowest, is last.
Yeah, despite getting a magic item to help with that.
Yeah. Oh wait, did you roll? You did roll twice. Okay.
Yeah, it automatic. It just shows.
Oh
the
no.
single
Okay,
number.
so you're not last. I'm sorry, I misread that. You are second to last. Okay. As Gideon reaches out and touches the painting, all of you, regardless of where you're standing in the room, notice the figure that had been approaching the couple disappear from the painting and is now standing in the midst of all of you,
No,
in the middle of the room. You see a figure, wet and dripping, dressed in salt-encrusted rags, their flesh pale and cold, their eyes burning with a sunken flame, their hair matted the color of rotten seaweed. And they happen to roll very well, and so they are going first. And as their action, they will look at no one in particular and say 3 times, I can't leave. Jouette, you're up.
I'm gonna go up to him and start blowing on his eyes.
Blowing on it.
Yeah, you said there's a flame.
Can you make a wisdom saving throw for me? So you, being the playful pixie you are, get it in your mind that, it might be fun to go up to this creature and be silly with it. As you gaze on her visage, though, it fills you with this deep, unearthly terror, and you are frightened of this creature. You cannot approach them. So what would you like to do?
I'm gonna fly up to the ceiling.
All right, Jouette is up by the ceiling. Anything else?
Nope.
Alrighty. Neil, Sir Neil, what would you like to do?
So other than it sort of appearing and saying things, it hasn't like attempted to hurt us in any meaningful way. It's just scary.
Correct.
Can you ready an action to cast a spell? Is that a thing?
It will take the spell slot one way or another, but yes, you can do that.
Sorry.
You lose the spell slot and you're considered to be concentrating.
Right. Can I just talk to it then, I guess?
Absolutely, yeah.
What are you?
In response, the creature turns towards you, and if you can make a wisdom save, and you're not moving towards it, so it won't make a huge deal, but if you could make a wisdom save.
Oh my god.
You're also frightened of this creature.
These rolls.
The creature will turn to you, having been addressed, and repeat, I can't leave.
May we leave?
It does not respond.
I'm just going to back away from it up against, I guess, maybe this wall, like the back of the shoe closet.
Excellent. Sorry, our Girl Scout thing just wrapped up. Gideon, you're up.
Okay. I'm gonna yoink my hand away from the painting. Hi. Hi, I'm sorry. Do you wanna, what do you mean you can't leave? Do you wanna go back home? Screw it, he's gonna chill touch it.
You are, I'm sorry, again, children distracted me. You are casting Chill Touch? All right. That hits.
I'm sorry, I'm stealing your rolls.
You should roll damage, I think.
There we go. Cool.
I haven't used a cantrip that you actually have to roll damage for in forever.
All right. Cool. Yep, you. Well, describe what your chill touch looks like.
What does my chill touch look like? It's definitely in the space of. It's definitely in the shape of a hand. This like creepy gold green colored nasty hand, and it's just gonna boop him on the nose.
Excellent. You see the figure recoil as the unearthly chill floods their body. Their already rather chilled looking body. Wonderful. Growlmer, you're up. Oh, sorry, Gideon, anything else? And also wisdom saving throw. You are not frightened. You've seen worse.
I've seen weird things before.
Anything else? Movement, bonus actions. I think it's Growler. You had advantage, correct, on initiative?
Yeah, I got a 7 though. Because I got
Did you roll twice?
It rolls it twice, but it only shows one number, so that I can send it to the turn tracker if you have the turn tracker open.
Yeah, I don't. I don't believe in such newfangled devices. Okay, never mind then. It is Adriel's turn.
So she will say, "Poor soul locked in torment, I will help you leave." And she lifts up her holy symbol and casts Sacred Flame, which has a DC 14 to save.
Right.
Dex.
Is it Dex? I guess so. Yes.
I believe
you would know.
Yeah. And that was a 14?
14.
Okay, they do not make the save. Go ahead and roll damage.
Oh, crap. So it's a 1, but it's radiant damage.
See, this is why I hate this one. I hate this cantrip so much. I hate it.
Yeah, Sacred Flame is kind of... I mean, it's better than nothing, but not by much. Cool. Adriel, if you could also make a wisdom save.
Yep. That's a critical fail, baby.
Oof. For a cleric, too. Oof.
Yeah, it's a nice bonus, but yeah, you are frightened of this creature. And you'll be unable to approach them. Anything else?
No, she's so frightened, though, she begins to question her belief in her god. That roll sucks so hard. She looks down at the ground.
All right.
What am I here for? What am I doing?
It is. Groundler, now you're up.
Back.
I point my hammer in its direction, and I say, "Where are the children? Or are you just some sort of amusement for rich people?"
Go ahead and roll a wisdom saving. You are frightened of the creature. And it will turn to you. Anything else?
Can I make an attack.
The 100 stories of terror. No, actually looking at this, I think each of y'all who have ended your turn, you can re-roll that saving throw. Though with disadvantage, since the creature is still in line of sight. Adriel, I'm afraid you are still frightened. Jouette, you are no longer frightened. And Gideon is no longer frightened. Sir Neil, I'm afraid you are. Growler, anything else for your turn?
Is it in reach? Is it adjacent to me?
Roll a d12 for me. Yeah, it's in reach.
I would like to use my action to attack it.
Go for it.
Smack.
That will hit.
5 bludgeoning, it's magic.
All right, perfect. Anything else, Growler?
I would like to use my movement to shift around this thing to make sure I am adjacent to the maximum number of allies.
Understood. Got it. All right. If you want, you can now re-roll that saving throw as well. This is the end of your turn. Okay. Having done some damage to it, you managed to shake the fear. You are no longer frightened by this creature.
He's just like, oh, I can hit this thing.
If it bleeds.
This solves all my problems.
I thought for a second it was some kind of pretend ghost, but it's smackable.
You are not afraid of no pretend ghost. For the creature's turn, it is going to look at Sir Neil. Sir Neil, make a wisdom saving throw. This time not with disadvantage, just a regular one. Its eyes find your eyes. And as you stare into them, you see the depths of the cold, dark sea. But as you feel that darkness inside you, you reach back into yourself, latch on to the rationality embodied by your deity. And remember, whatever's in those eyes, it is not where you are now. And this effect that it's trying to put upon you does not take hold. Jouette, it is your turn again.
I'm going to flutter back down. And I think I'm just going to attack.
All right, that'll hit. Roll damage. Jouette the pixie, you fly down at this creature, and with your tiny fists, you display a tremendous amount of force as you into this creature's soft, yielding flesh, and it seems to recoil in pain. Excellent. Anything else, Jouette?
No.
All right, Neil, you are up. Sir Neil.
So did passing that save mean I'm not frightened of it anymore, or?
I will Go ahead and say, yeah, you're no longer frightened.
Okay. Does anyone else in the group still look frightened of it?
You look over at Adriel. They seem a bit frightened still.
Can I speak as a free action?
Sure.
I just want to yell out, maybe we should just leave the room.
He can't sleep.
I'm going to hit Adriel with resistance.
Okay.
Should I put that in chat, I guess? So yeah, that's my action, and then I'll move back out into the hallway.
As you move towards the door, it slams shut, trapping you inside.
Okay, well, I'm now concentrating on resistance so that she can use it for her save.
Wonderful. Anything else?
No, that's it. So I guess I'm standing over by the door, which just slammed shut in front of me.
Growler, to answer your question, they look like standard wooden doors. Gideon, it is your turn.
Alright, Gideon's gonna hit it again with Chill Touch.
Alright, go for it.
As I can.
That will hit.
20. Cool. Five more damage.
As this unearthly hand once again reaches out
Another boob.
and touches this creature, you see that cold flame in their eye extinguish. And this creature splashes to the floor in a mix of brine, seaweed, and broken seashells.
Ew.
As you all look at the painting, you now see the once happy couple strewn on the beach. The young man's arm has been ripped off by a tentacle. There are crabs and lobsters and other creatures you do not recognize beginning to burrow their way inside to enjoy their fresh feast. As you take in this image, each one of you, very clearly have the number 8 flash through your minds. The door opens.
Did anyone else just have a sense of 8?
You mean aside from all the things eating the people?
Oh, I just ate too.
Yes, that was clearly a sign from Kellenvor. 8. Remember 8.
I gonna try to stop retching and go and lift the painting off of the wall.
Make a strength check.
Sorry,
That's
that was a save. Let me re-roll.
You.
So what happens is you grab the painting by the base, and this painting, I mean, it's large. It's a good 14, 16 feet wide. You grab it, lift it up, and there's a comical like whoop, 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 and you tip over backwards as the painting crashes to the floor with you underneath it. You don't take any ill effect from this. It only hurts your pride.
So does it fall on top of him and like rip, or is he like trapped under it?
It doesn't immediately rip, depending on what he does to get out from under it.
Growler, you okay?
I am fine. Only
Need some help?
bruised my pride. Of course. Is there anything on the wall behind?
Is there anything on the wall behind?
Seems like a plain, unadorned wall.
Nope, just a wall.
Jouette flies over and lifts the painting so you can get out.
Oh, thank you, Jouette. I often forget how strong you really are. Well, we have the number 8. Whatever that means. Shall we keep going?
Sure.
Yes, we must find the children.
We got kids to find.
While we're
We gotta
walking
save
out-
the children, yo.
Yo. While I'm walking back towards the door, I'm going to kick my way through the seaweed. I mean, is there anything there other than, like detritus from the ocean? Are there bones? Is there anything?
There actually aren't any bones, and as you begin kicking away at it, it begins to disappear in wisps of smoke and fog.
Gideon's gonna pick up a shell.
It evaporates in your hand.
Oh man.
All right, if you go ahead and head over to the door on the not immediately, but almost opposite of the hallway, it opens up into a, perhaps it was once an office. The only immediately noticeable thing in the room is another door on the opposite side. And then towards the middle of the room, there is a plain looking but rather large wooden desk with a candlestick holder, one of the little, like you would see people walking through old timey things, candlestick holder with a candlestick on it. Aside from that, that's most. There is a window over here.
Are there books?
You don't notice any books immediately, no.
Dang it. Let's check out the desk. Let's check out the desk. Go over to it.
Don't push anything.
Gideon, perhaps you should slow your roll.
No.
I will poke the desk drawer handle and the candlestick with a wood splinter. Maybe I have some new wood splinters from the frame of the painting.
For a huge skeptic, I find it funny that you're the one tossing bits of wood through things to see what's ghostly and what's not.
Obviously, this house is booby-trapped. That was not supernatural, it was a light show. That smoke and mirrors, literally.
You poke and prod, there doesn't seem to be any weird reaction from anything in the room.
I'm half expecting that candlestick to start singing Be Our Guest.
I have always wanted to go through a bad house with a candlestick, so I will take that.
Oh, you must have been an ardent reader of ghost stories as a boy, I'm sure.
It might also be valuable.
I'd like to look out this window, because it seems like a weird place for there to be a window.
Yeah, the rain has picked up a bit. It's kind of a light drizzle now. It's still dark out there.
Gideon's gonna try to open up one of the drawers.
This one to the north here?
Oh, one of the drawers in the...
drawers. Sorry, I heard drawers.
Sorry.
You begin prying through the desk. You don't find much of anything. There is one drawer that opens up. Inside, you find a piece of parchment. Written on it is the same phrase over and over again. It's time to leave. Towards the top of the page is written in rather fine script. As it goes down, it becomes more and more erratic until it is barely scrawls on the page, barely discernible.
Gideon kind of holds it away from himself, like, ew, weird. Guys, I think we found a house of crazy people.
More like a very unfriendly house.
Full of very crazy people, yeah.
I know we are here to find these children, but I think if we find any more lost souls in this house trapped here, it's our duty to send them on their way down the right path.
Perhaps.
To death, if that wasn't clear.
But I am a little more. I understand that he's part of your religion, but I'm a little more worried about the living children. I would like to go.
They're still alive.
Yeah, I would like to go up here and look down this corridor and deal with this door as well.
Okay. As you leave the room, where have you put the candlestick?
I'm carrying it.
As you leave the room, you notice a weight in your hand disappear. The candlestick reappears on the desk, and it is now lit.
Growler?
That is
Did
a
you just
strange
light
one.
that candlestick?
Huh.
See ghosts!
Or an anti-burglary spell. I've heard of such things.
Gideon just looks at you like, what on earth?
Nobody can take your stuff. You'll never have to lock your doors. But let's keep going.
Wait, there's one more door in this office. Do we want to take a peeky through it, or do we want to just continue on?
I think we should while we're here.
Feel free.
Okay. Gideon's gonna open the door.
Okay, so we'll deal with these simultaneously. I'll tell you now, there's no immediate danger. Growler, as you head up here, you find another door almost immediately around the corner. It is locked. Gideon, as you enter this room, it's a little smaller than the office, scale notwithstanding. You take a look around and you imagine it probably was a bathroom at one point. There are still shards of porcelain near where you see plumbing fixtures kind of jutting out of the wall, rusted. There's no water. Whatever used to be flowing here stopped long ago. The only intact piece of furniture you see is immediately to your left as you walk in. There is a vanity. Its mirror broken, though there are still a few shards of glass sitting in it, right up against the southern wall here.
Okay. Huh. Weird. Gideon's gonna make sure there's at least one other person in the office, just in case this goes badly. He's gonna poke the vanity.
Sir Neil's there with you, by the way, because he
Cool.
wants to know what's up with that candle.
Yeah, nothing happens as you poke the vanity.
Is there like a are there like doors or anything in it?
I mean, there are a few drawers. You pull them open. There's nothing inside besides dust.
Okay.
Let's gonna try to blow out the candle.
And the candle goes out.
I'm going to try to take the candle into the bathroom and see if that same thing happens.
As you grab the candle, head towards the bathroom, as you cross from one room to another, it disappears from your hand and reappears on the desk, this time extinguished.
That's a cool lampstick.
Adriel wonders, she picks up a piece of porcelain from the bathroom floor and attempts to walk into the office. Does that porcelain leave her hand?
It does.
So I guess we can't take anything out of these rooms.
So I know little about the ways of magic, but is there some explanation for this that you can think of?
Well, the first thing that comes to mind is we just can't take things out of the rooms. Like, they're supposed to stay in their rooms, and we just can't take them out.
It is strange to think that anyone would bother casting a powerful spell like this on the items in these rooms. It surely must be something about the house itself.
Or maybe it's not just on the items, it's just on the rooms themselves.
Yes, exactly.
Or, I guess if you wanted to make it even simpler, you could break it down to the whole house. And then just, like, put, like, one big spell over the house, like, say, these things can't leave the rooms.
That makes sense. That would be the most efficient way to do.
It's like a stasis pod. Like, everything's in stasis. We can kind of do stuff inside the rooms, but really, time is funky.
So we may not be in the same place or time that we left.
Exactly.
Interesting.
Groundler. Oh, sorry, Jouette.
I was just going to say that Jouette's going to start giggling and just grabbing things and walking out of the room.
Each time you grab the candlestick, it alternates between lit and unlit. Groundler, you open the other western door here. Same procedure, same splinter, no weirdness. It opens up into what was probably, almost certainly, a music room. There are dozens of instruments strewn about on the floor, pressed up against the wall. There are bent, distorted trumpets. There is a ratty old piano, an upright piano, not a grand piano, pressed up against the western wall. A splintered hurdy-gurdy. There is if there's an instrument you can think of, chances are, poor kitty cats. Sorry, that's in the chat. For those of y'all not paying attention.
Yeah, sorry, we've got some cat fighting going on around us.
Yep. Poor kitties. And poor owners. The only thing similar about the instruments you find around you is that all of them are quite broken.
I would like to stand in the middle of the room and take a careful look around.
Make an investigation check.
Damn, I was trying to make it...
Okay, you can do a perception check. Yeah, that'll be fine too.
He listens for anything cool in the room.
Yeah.
He peers.
Oh no!
So it is an 8 because of my magic shield.
Okay. The only thing you notice, I gave you an 8. The only thing you notice is the largest instrument in the room is the piano.
Does anybody think that a child could hide in this thing? And I'll kick the piano.
There's a call.
Jouette to the room.
Repeat that.
Jouette flutters into the room. Looks at all the instruments.
Gideon's gonna follow in behind. Are there any that are particularly shiny?
There's trumpets, there's metal flutes, there's a...
He's gonna find the shiniest one in the room and pick it up.
And you pick up a French horn.
Okay.
You said some of them are broken, right?
Oh, all of them are broken.
Well, but like a trumpet being broken, it's probably like bent or something.
Yeah.
Is there something that would be broken up into multiple pieces, like, I don't know, a violin or something?
Yeah, I mean, it's we'll say the neck of the violin is broken. It's still attached by the strings.
Okay, I'm looking for something that is like fully broken apart. If I can find something like that.
Sure. We will say. We'll just go up a little bigger. There's a guitar. In this case, the neck is fully broken and the strings have snapped.
Okay. Sir Neil's going to throw the neck of the guitar out the door into the hallway.
As you do so, the neck and body return to the same position they were in before you picked them up.
Still broken?
Still broken.
Gideon's gonna try to blow into his French horn.
Make a performance check.
We're going to judge this performance really aggressively.
14.
Honestly, that's better than I was expecting.
Honestly, I wasn't expecting anything at all, so I'm very pleased. But nothing happened. Cool.
I think that we are done with the bottom floor, yes?
This side at least, I think.
Well, there are several locked doors.
That's true.
That is true.
You do have a large hammer. You could attempt. Objects in this place don't seem to be changeable. So perhaps if you could just break down one of the locked doors, we could get through.
Yeah, I'm trying to determine whether that's a thing that I can do in this game. But I'll give it a shot. I'll try to smash through the locked doors. Both of them.
So you're all heading out of the room?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
As you head out of the room,
I can't tell because. Yeah, I think so.
piano music follows you down the hall.
Did it only start after we left the room, or
Correct.
if we go back and look in, does it
No,
stop?
lips are never out. Check.
You don't see anything.
Must be one of those self-playing pianos that the rich people have constructed. It's clockwork inside and all of that. But very interesting. Definitely.
Given the state of the other items in there, would you expect such a thing to still work?
No.
Well, that's why it's only working when the vibrations of our footsteps go down the hallway. But let's keep going.
My family has a player piano. No. They're delicate as heck. I hate it. Alright, yeah, continue down the hallway.
Do we recognize the tune it's playing?
And it's not a known song, no. Yeah, you head to the locked door. Go to make a attack roll.
Gralmer, right?
Yes.
I'll two-hand it for this purpose.
Your hammer not only does not make a dent in the wooden door, it seems to be repulsed by it.
Boink.
Ah, a magically protected door. That is unfortunate. I bend down to try to look through the keyhole.
Which room are you looking? Is this the one at the end of the hall? Okay, that one. Okay, that one you see. Make a perception check. Oh yeah. Okay.
Oh, there we go.
Pretty clearly, you do see a bit of a hallway continuing on. There's a bay window to your right. Looks like it would be, about here-ish. There's some kind of open door over here and a hallway that curves around over there.
Well, I guess that means we're just going up the steps.
I think it does.
And up the steps we shall go. And Gideon starts going up them.
Is it lit up there?
Perhaps you should let me go first, just in case.
Oh, Adriel, do you want some light?
I have the light cantrip, but I'm wondering if it's even dark up there. Do I need it?
Well, we'll say there's dim light throughout, but if you want to have some magical light, can't hear you now.
She'll cast a light cantrip on her holy symbol.
Okay. Yep. Unlike earlier, there's no longer any weird haze effect. It lights things up rather nicely. You walk upstairs. You find a rather simple hallway. There's only two things you notice in this hallway beyond the threadbare carpet on the floor. There is a door further down to your left, and there is a ladder leading up to an attic door above you at the end of the hallway, maybe 30 feet from the top of the stairs.
Well, I doubt the children would have willingly gone up in the attic first. I think we should explore the rest of the floor.
Unless one of them was an egg. But,
she looks at you very confused.
But I agree. We should go floor by floor in as much as it is possible. Are you going to draw the next floor up, or?
There's really not much to see. I can. Give me a second.
I'm just not sure if we are able to search the next floor up or what. So there's a door and a ladder?
Yes, correct. Sorry, did that not come through? There's a simple hallway, door to your left, ladder leading up to an attic.
Is it like a... sorry. Is it a ladder that's just like sitting there with a hole above it?
Not a hole. There is a closed door at the top of it.
So, she will check this door here.
You approach it. It is locked.
She learned something from Grelmer. She's a creep and looks into people.
Make a perception check. It looks like probably a bedroom? It's hard to get the details, but you see what is probably like a nice four-poster bed. Beyond that, you don't really see much.
Well, this door is locked as well. We could try to force it, or we could go into the attic.
I'll give it the old dwarvish try. And I'll try to smash that door.
Grelmer smash! You feel the same effect repulse you away from the door.
I have an idea. Cerniel kind of bends down, looks through the keyhole, and tries to cast Mage Hand into the room.
As you cast Mage Hand, you feel almost a conscious force push the magic out of the room.
Does it break the spell, or does the hand just like appear next to me instead?
You feel the spell trying to be disrupted. It's up to you if you want to try and maintain it next to you or just let it fade.
No, as soon as I feel like that active force pushing it out, I'll stop.
I have a new idea. Sir Lancaster, could you knock on the door 8 times, please? With your magic hand.
Should we try a normal hand first?
I think the order should go magic hand, then my flesh and blood, yes?
There is a powerful ward of some kind on these rooms.
Yes.
That it prevented me from casting something onto the other side. I'm not sure it will be so simple. But it's worth a shot. You were right. And so he'll make the hand and then have it knock 8 times.
There seems to be no reaction.
So then Sir Neil will knock 8 times.
There seems to be no reaction.
Okay. It was a good idea, though.
Well, shall we proceed up the ladder and continue looking for the children?
Yeah.
I will go first, unless someone objects. And
I'll go right after you.
I'll throw a piece of splinter at the ladder. And see if anything happens. And then...
What are you throwing at the ladder?
My large splinter of wood that I've pried up.
As you approach the ladder and look up at the door above you, you notice a number combination lock with 4 numbers.
Make them all 8.
Oh, that seems very unlikely, but as Sir Lancaster said, worth a shot. I'll make all the numbers 8 on the lock.
The lock remains locked.
Dang it.
There were how many rooms downstairs? 4 rooms and like 2 closets.
So you found the office, found the room with the painting.
Yeah, I was saying this in character. I know there were 4 major rooms. Sorry, I don't have a different voice for him, so it's not clear. There were 4 rooms downstairs. There are 4 numbers on that combination. Perhaps there is something we must do in each room. This place has a puzzle-like atmosphere to it.
Perhaps there's souls must free in each room.
Perhaps.
She looks excited.
Well, perhaps you should, I have not wanted to break out these skills before now, but, it seems to be the time to try these. I'll, get out my thieves' tools and attempt to pick all the locks, one after the other.
Grummer, you know how to pick locks this whole time.
Did not want to tell you.
Oh, that's cool.
Is anyone else hiding any significant skills that they haven't told us about?
No.
I appreciate all the creative thinking, and that's why I'm going to go ahead and say this. First of all, Grelmer, as you attempt to pick one of the locked doors, the tools begin to burn in your hands. Not enough to deal any damage, but it becomes like, you accidentally touch the cookie tray when you take the cookies out of the oven. It's hot. Everyone go ahead and make an intelligence check for me. It's not Adriel. Holy moly, Paul!
What the hell?
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
I'm so sorry. Oh my god.
I think my initiative roll was the only one.
Wait, that was an intelligence save, though. No, sorry. It's not Grummer.
Oh, yeah, well,
Yeah,
it's the same
it's all
thing.
good.
I can't believe we both, like, oh my god.
Gideon,
Maybe it's the internet.
it occurs to you that none of you tried to move the piano.
I did kick it.
The piano. Yeah, that's
Oh,
true.
you
did.
kicked it?
Yeah, I kicked it,
didn't realize-
remember? And you said it made a noise, and I
Oh,
said, you think any kids could hide in this thing? And I kicked the piano.
The piano did not move at all when you tried to kick it.
Let's go stab a piano.
To the piano room.
No stabby.
I said that in character, by the way. Let's go stab a piano.
Okay.
It's as good a shot as any.
Because I don't think we have any more shots at the moment.
Allow me. It is the sort of thing I should probably be doing. I'll take my rope and tie it around the leg of the piano and try to move the piano once we're all down there.
So, this piano, this upright standing piano, is on wheels to increase its mobility. You tie the rope around its leg and pull with your dwarven strength, and it does not move.
Jouette's gonna see if she can flutter inside the piano.
Ooh.
You do. You pull up the top. There's, unlike every other instrument in this room, the piano, every string is intact and is exactly where it should be.
Gideon's gonna hit a key on it.
A perfect melodic tone is produced.
Adriel used to dive in the grave. She's looking at that piano.
The whole
Real
room
suspicious.
glows, but especially around the piano.
I would like to study this piano. I know how to learn things through magic. If you will give me 10 minutes, I believe we can learn something about this.
Sure. Gideon's
Okay.
gonna sit on the piano. Is there like a piano bench?
Okay,
Yeah.
Gideon, you might be able to help me with this as well.
Oh. I was gonna play on the piano.
Okay.
Okay.
Sir Neil's going to cast Identify, but as a ritual, so it takes 10 minutes, I think.
Yeah.
Gideon, what are you playing on the piano?
Something ethereal. Something. I don't know. Something you heard somewhere, sometime.
Like a few minutes ago?
Sure.
As you sit at the piano, and it's almost like a second pair of hands comes along, folding over yours, as you sit to play, that same haunting melody fills the room. Until you get a few bars in, and then suddenly there's a metallic plump, and the key seems to be hitting something inside instead of the string.
Guys, I broke it.
Yeah, there wasn't anything when you flew in it. Maybe you should try again.
Okay, I tried.
Duet flies in the piano again, and there's a key. No, a door key.
Okay, just a second.
Gosh darn. What'd you find, Jouette?
A key.
Yay!
I wonder which. Oh, wait. Inspect the key to see if there's anything on it. Any numbers.
Anything spooky.
No. Like a simple iron key.
To the attic.
Or do we want to go to the door next door? We have so many doors.
Yes, let's just try it in every door.
Because the one up on the attic is a combination lock. So we
yeah.
can't. No
Well,
key
there was the bedroom, I think is what she...
Oh, that too.
You go to this door. Key doesn't seem to quite fit.
Alright, up the stairs.
You go to this door. Key doesn't seem to quite fit.
Down the stairs again.
You go to this door. Oh, wow. That was a lot of circles all at once. The key fits in nicely. The door unlocks.
Oh, yay!
So, as we saw a little bit earlier, you see. Get back to my freehand drawing tool. The hallway continues. There is that nice bay window here.
Beautiful bay window.
It's not quite as wavy as my left-handed drawing makes it out to be. The hallway goes at a diagonal angle this way, and you actually see an open door down towards the end here.
And the hallway just dead ends?
You cannot see from here.
Okay. Gideon goes inside. He's gonna check the bay window too, like, what's the weather?
Yeah, you look out. It is now a steady rain.
Well,
And
looks like it's raining harder.
you do
wherever
hear
we
the
are.
faint rumble of thunder in the distance.
Okay.
Is there any furniture or anything else in this room, or is it there?
So, in the hallway?
Like where the
Yeah.
bay window is and all of that. Is this just a hallway?
You don't see anything. Like, there is a little seat by the bay window, but there's no cushions there or anything. There's no drawers underneath it.
Gideon's gonna look in through the open door.
All right, so in this room, it appears to probably be a dining room. You do actually see going down here, it does actually dead end down there. You can tell looking in through this door that this is probably the kitchen over here. But as you go in here, there's a nice dining table, set of chairs.
No children.
Actually, go ahead and make a perception check for me.
I don't like the sound of that. Where's perception? I got a 3. Definitely no kids in here.
Because there is line of sight from here to here. And you could have sworn you saw movement back here in the foyer. Something, no, it's probably just your eyes playing tricks on you. Never mind. Definitely nothing.
Huh. Weird. Okay.
Tablecloth? No, there is no tablecloth. There might have been at one point. Now it's just a bare wooden table.
Gideon's gonna look in the kitchen.
All right, you enter the kitchen. There is all the cabinets have had their doors removed. If there was, some kind of cold box, it has long since disappeared. The pantry stands open and bare. The counters are almost unoccupied. On one of the counters, over by the sink, right around here, you see a plain wooden cutting board, a pristine-looking chef's knife, and a single potato. This is commentary for my children. The sprouts on this potato have long wilted. This flesh is almost gray with age. Just looking at it, it seems like it may even just be gelatinous at this point in its decay cycle. And then there is a door over here.
A question looking at this house, like, does this seem like the kind of house and kitchen where there was like, an upstairs, downstairs sort of thing? Like there was help, making their meals and living in some other portion of the house? Or does this seem like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, there might have been. I mean, you don't know who used to live here. There might have been help, but it wouldn't have been a live-in health situation.
Is this a door to the outside, potentially?
Potentially.
I'd like to check it out.
All right. Yep. You open this door. Inside, you find. Honestly, you're not sure what the purpose of this room might have been. It is entirely enclosed. There's no windows, no other doors. There's a packed dirt floor, and the wall opposite the door is dominated by a large painting. This painting is of a woodland scene. The happy couple is sitting down for a picnic in a sunlit glade.
Question. Is it the same couple from the other painting?
It looks awfully similar.
Cool. Gideon's gonna walk into the room.
As you walk into the room, the painting begins to change.
Guys, we got another
Creatures
creepy painting.
begin to crawl out of the woods towards the couple who seem unaware. The trees themselves appear to be reaching down towards them menacingly.
Guys, I'm gonna touch the painting. If you guys are okay with that.
Yeah, so I think we're all prepared this time if something comes out of it.
Yes, give us a moment. Give us a moment to be ready this time.
That's as ready as you get. He's touched the painting.
Okay.
He actually asked this time.
As you touch the painting, sure enough, if y'all could roll initiative. Oh my gosh.
You're the exorcist, right? Do something about that.
I think it's real mad at me that I have plus 10 in 3 skills. But
It's like, no. Shit rolls. I'm balancing you.
The unlucky exorcist.
it sounds right.
Gideon, as you touch the painting, 2 of the trees, you wouldn't have noticed it if you hadn't been looking, 2 of the trees disappear from the forest, and 2 dryads appear in the room with you.
Ah, we got tree people.
Speaking as one, both of them, looking at nowhere in particular, say, "We can't leave." Adriel, you're up.
Are you sure? Because they're tree people. I'm pretty sure they can leave whenever they want.
You know, Max's puns weren't bad enough.
It was too perfect. You couldn't help it.
Let me think about what I want to do here. Crap. How far away is Gideon from me right now, would you say?
Let's say about 25 feet.
She is going to. She feels that Gideon's threatened. She believes that they're facing another, spirit again that needs to be exorcised. So she is going to cast Bane. So up to 3 creatures of my choice. So I'm going to say the 2 dryads will be affected. So they have to make a saving throw.
What's the DC?
That is a 14, please.
I appreciate the cat cameo.
Yep.
Oh, wait.
They both fail.
Nice.
Anything else on your turn?
So let me roll that d4. Or do they have to roll it each
I
time
think
they
it's
roll?
each time. That's the impression
Okay.
I've gotten.
She is, with the rest of her turn, she's going to try to close the gap. So she's going to move towards Gideon and the Dryads to be ready to help Gideon.
Excellent. All right. Growlmer, you're up.
I am very sorry that you cannot leave, but perhaps you will tell us where the children are? I say as I get into position to attack.
Both of them turn to look at you simultaneously. We can't leave.
Of course. I'm going to want to stand adjacent to as many allies as possible and make an attack.
Go for it. Oh yeah, that'll hit. Excellent. We'll say, for the sake of telling them apart, one of them is more maplewood looking, and the other one is more willowy. So we'll say the maplewood one has taken 6 points of damage. Gideon, you're up.
I'm a one-trick pony tonight, y'all. I'm gonna chill touch him. Or I'm not.
Yeah, unfortunately that won't quite do it.
He got confused on which one to hit and just didn't hit either of them. I went right between them.
Jouette has stepped away for. Oh, wait, she's coming back. Jouette, you're up. Oh, it's just. They're attacking. Yeah. Growlmer has hit one of them. Gideon has almost chill touched one of them. All right, that certainly hits. Jouette flies in and strikes the Maplewood Dryad, and her swift strike splits the creature's wooden frame, and whatever force was animating it expires as it tumbles to the ground and begins to evaporate in the same misty smoke. The willow
Tiniest player,
stands.
biggest badass.
Sir Neil, you're up.
I am going to cast Ray of Frost at the one that is still up. 1 sec, sorry. Oh wait, did that roll it? No. Sorry.
That's okay.
There we go.
That does hit.
Sweet, but it did not roll damage.
I think if you click on the words Ray of Frost, it will.
Yep.
Neat.
Excellent.
And so they're also slowed, but I don't think that's really going to matter.
Yeah. A blast of cold energy flashes across the room, encasing this willowy form in a thin layer of frost. But it is now once again their turn. They are, let's see. Jouette, seeing what you did to their friend, they are, yeah, that was a good roll. They are going to turn towards you and swing. Does an 11 hit?
I would like to use a reaction to impose disadvantage.
Excellent. Oh, cool. I know that skill. Yeah, thankfully it doesn't matter because whatever they roll, they are not hitting our swift pixie friend. Their branched arms swing wide. You easily dart out of the way, which brings us back up to the top of the players, to Adriel.
I am going to cast Sacred Flame on the one nearest to me.
Excellent. That's a dex save?
Yes, DC 14, please.
Right, they fail. Go ahead and roll damage.
4.
That will do. Yeah, I love shield fighters. That will do it. This, the holy light of Kalimvor surrounds this dryad, and it does not burn so much as evaporate away, its wooden form vanishing in the holy light. Looking at the painting, you now see the young woman has had a tree branch wrapped around. She is now 12 feet off the ground, her feet kicking. The young man below her, the wild beasts have found him, and he is unable to fight them off. The number 4 flashes through your minds.
Could I make a, I don't know if this is necessarily a religion check, but I kind of want to know, are these apparitions that we're fighting, are they some sort of magic, or are these like actual spirits? And I'm not sure what that would be.
Make a religion check.
Okay.
It's difficult to say. I mean, they're clearly not the actual creature because they simply disappear. And they do seem to come from the painting. And those trees are not back. They did not reappear when you defeated these creatures.
They would. With that, I am not going to mess with pulling the painting off the wall again. But after marking down the number 4, I'd like to go cut open the potato.
With a weapon you provide, or with the one the room provided?
The room.
You grab the chef's knife. You pierce the flesh of the potato. And I actually upset my children, and I apologize. Yellow pus-like liquid streams from the potato. Inside, you find another key. If you'll excuse me, I'm going to go comfort my children that I accidentally terrified.
That was amazing.
I'm going to go to the bathroom while he's doing that.
Best scare of the night. Hey, Corey, hanging out in chat, and hey, man, no screen name. Yeah, holy crap, indeed. That was really something. I would have given you a warning, but I didn't know it was coming. Screaming Potato is also the name of my band. And we can't hear you.
I said also probably the name of your child at one point, too.
Very true. Very true. Well said.
Because I know that name's been passed around in my family multiple times.
Man with no screen name says, "Isn't scaring the shit out of kids the point of Halloween?" Oh, that
Fair.
and
I was just thinking that.
dancing. We danced around to Thriller for in the Addams Family theme song for Hours Day while high on sugar. So it's been pretty great.
And I'm not expecting any kids this year for Halloween, but we should have bought a crap ton of candy.
We're putting out a folding table, and I'm going to make a sign that just says take one.
Or not.
Happy
Or
Halloween.
leave for.
Huh?
I was just gonna say. I mean, the problem is that you always eat so goddamn much of it.
Yeah. Also, Kate made ghost marshmallow brownies and ghost dipped Milano cookies. So they're pretty stunning.
That sounds delightful.
So, how many of your kids are scarred for life now?
All of them. Yeah, I forgot. They don't like loud, sudden sounds. Okay.
Like most in children.
Yeah,
Understand.
originally.
Since it is already when I thought we might be ending, I'll say this one unlocks the door over here.
Great. What's through that door?
You open the door and see a stairway leading down.
Ooh.
Ah, at last, an underground place. I'll feel more comfortable down here. And I heft my hammer and shield and head downstairs. Hopefully everyone follows.
Yep.
Everyone heads down. At the bottom of the stairs, there is a very sturdy-looking metal door.
Gideon pokes the door.
Adriel looks at Jewett. Maybe this is a job for the pixie.
Is there? Can
I look through the keyhole.
Is it locked?
No, it's not locked.
Can I? Oh well, then open the door.
Yeah, you open the door. Inside there is a very long stone hallway. You cannot see the other end of it. It simply proceeds straight ahead of you.
This metal door is making me very uncomfortable for some reason. I'll shout down, Patricia, Sammy!
Patricia, Sam. There's an echo.
Gideon's gonna cast dancing lights. And he's gonna send him down the hallway.
Let's see, the range is 120 feet. They go down. They're 120 feet away. You still do not see the end of this hallway.
Oh dear, that's a very long hallway.
Adriel is going to cast protection from evil and good on Gralmer, assuming Gralmer is the first one going down. Or at least she's insinuating that Gralmer should be the first one headed down this hallway. So she's going to tap him on the shoulder and say, "We're following you, bud."
Let us make sure that this door does not trap us. Perhaps I should go alone. And you should wait in the doorway, ready to keep it from closing.
I don't like the sound of everybody splitting up. Makes
You're
me
inside with us. We could send
When
a couple
when has
of us.
splitting the party ever been a bad idea?
I believe I have a way to keep the door open. And Zerniel pulls out from his pack a foot-long metal rod and holds it against the door and pushes a button on it. And he lets go, and it just stays there.
I was gonna take an immovable rod. I love you.
Yes.
I love you.
that's delightful.
Excellent.
Only you did that to the front door.
I just realized he should have done that with the front door and had a real problem right at the beginning.
This is why we keep the brainiac around. All right, with protection from good and evil, or evil and good, I will hold up my shield and, dodging as I go, I head down the hallway. I do
That's a
have
great
dark
mental
vision.
picture.
I do have dark vision if it comes up, but I guess it's well lit at the moment.
So you're like dodging back and forth, and the rest of us just walk after you normally?
That's right.
Yeah. Gideon, like, kind of half-heartedly follows him.
All right,
Just
so
like
you,
dodge.
the five of you begin making your way down.
Jouet, right near his head.
Jouet is floating near Brawler's head.
Hey, listen.
So this is interesting. You do hear a loud metallic clang as the door attempts to shut. The immovable rod prevents it from doing so.
Bang, bang, bang.
Interestingly, though, as you look back at this metallic sound, you do not see the staircase behind you. You see a dirt tunnel extending into the darkness beyond. And coming up fast out of the darkness, you see an enormous hand. Its fingers thick as tree trunks. The hand itself just barely fitting through the door. But it is slowed by this small metal rod suspended in the air. It is straining against it. And as you watch, the rod does begin to move slowly as it presses against it. Adrielle begins running.
Yeah, she's headed further in.
Yep, we're going. We're leaving. We're going.
Excellent. Pulling back the curtain for a moment, y'all just completely changed this encounter. It was originally going to be a much more involved chase, but your immovable rod changed it considerably.
I'm wondering now if I should have just taken two immovable rods as my two uncommon items.
I thought about that too. Nice.
Soon enough, and actually, almost before where those dancing lights were earlier, after only about 80 or 90 feet of running down this hallway, you find another wooden door. Still hearing the scrabbling sound of this enormous arm trying to press its way towards you behind you, you quickly rush inside. And find a decrepit art room. There are spilled cans of paint. There are torn canvases everywhere. What you see dominating this room is a half-finished painting. Looks like there is part of it's sketched on there with art pencils. Some of it is painted in, but not all of it. It looked like it was going to be a painting of the same couple having a lovely discussion in a gazebo in a park. That's a good question. But it never got finished for whatever reason. And someone, based on the style, you imagine perhaps it was a child, has added their own addition to this painting. Some horrendous pig-looking creature drawn as a child might draw it, approaching this couple. There's no sense of depth. It's just painted right on top of where the gazebo would have been. That's what you see before you.
So, are we going to fight a gazebo?
Gideon's gonna
Big gazebo.
get a pig zebo.
A pig zebo.
Mm-hmm. Gideon's gonna walk up closer to the painting.
Is this hand for us?
I'm sorry, what?
Is the hand still coming for us?
As you enter the room, the wooden door behind you shuts, and you no longer hear the sound of the scrabbling hand.
I ready in action to attack whatever Gideon triggers.
This time, Gideon, as you approach the painting, it is the pig that begins to writhe about in pain. Its own strange, half-formed body seems to not be able to reconcile with the way this child has painted it. Its legs are in the wrong place. Its spine, if it might even have such a thing, would not be what a spine ought to be. You see pain cross its face as you cross the room.
So it's like a really bad Bethesda glitch.
Does the does the pig drawing look like a recent addition to the painting?
Make a perception check. So it's weird. Clearly, this painting was added on top of the other artwork after the sketching and half-finished painting was done. But it also looks older than the rest of the work.
Huh. So is it like the rest of the painting was painted over top of a child drawing and that was allowed to show through?
So the paint itself of the pig looks older, but clearly was added after the other paint.
Okay. So it's a paradox at the moment. Got it. Well, I am standing there with my hammer up and looking at Gideon.
Gideon's looking at all y'all. And is gonna poke the painting. Question is, who comes out, the couple or the pig?
The couple's the end boss.
As you touch the painting, a garishly colored, monstrous, half-formed pig. Oh, okay. My children are going outside. That's appears on the ground in the middle of the room. And if you give me 1 second, my children are leaving. It's not that big. The sound it's making is pitiful and excruciating. Its legs do not hold it up. Its mouth does not open like a mouth should. If it's breathing, you can't tell how. What would you like to do?
Does that trigger my rated action?
You would like it to, yes.
I think I would like it to.
You slam your warhammer into this creature, and this strange bubblegum pink filling bursts out of it like viscera. An excellent question, Sir Neil.
Yeah. She is going to say, this is what happens when you play with the forces of life and death. And she casts Path to the Grave on this poor misshapen thing to put it out of its misery faster. So yeah, she's casting it on this poor creature. cursing it to give it vulnerability to all of... Looks like all damage.
Yeah, but only for one attack.
There you go, for one attack. Whoever attacks this thing next, hopefully will pop it like a balloon.
Would someone like to attack it next?
I'll attack it again. I mean, I don't mind.
Go for it.
You lift your hammer over your head and bring it down on the creature, and it goes silent. There is no crunch of bone, only the soft pulp of flesh under metal. More pink something spills from it. The number 1 flashes through all of your minds.
I say, or my character says, ham it up, why don't you?
Damn you to hell.
Okay, Jeremy, I just had a thought.
Mm-hmm.
Thinking back on all these paintings, has there been a very noticeable, change in the quality of these paintings?
Not until this one. Even the half-finished portions, you kind of recognize the same style. Just it got interrupted, perhaps.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Sorry, I was just going to ask. She wants to walk up to these paintings and go to a spot that looks like it was, well painted, like the gazebo, for instance. And she's actually going to try to scratch away some of the paint.
Okay. You scratch away. There's plain canvas underneath.
Okay.
Also, is there a door out of here, aside from the one that we came through?
Just the one you came through.
What does the hallway look like now?
You open the door, and it opens immediately upon the staircase leading back up.
Whack. Well,
think, people, where have we missed a key?
Again, because it's getting a little late, you walk back upstairs. The door to the bedroom is now ajar.
Wait, what?
Let's go and
Gideon's
Gideon's gonna poke his head in.
You look into the bedroom. It's the most furniture you've seen in any of the rooms, except maybe the dining room. There's a nice 4-post bed. There's a dresser. There is also on the western wall, a painting, this time of the couple sitting in a rowboat, enjoying a nice time on the water.
Gideon's gonna get closer to the painting.
Ready in action.
All right, so you all walk into the room. You are ready for whatever may pop out. Gideon, as you approach this painting, not much happens. The couple keeps rowing along a little bit. It's fairly calm.
How many numbers are required for the combination lock?
4. This is our 4th painting. I'm gonna touch the painting, and I touch the painting.
As you touch the painting, 2 things happen simultaneously. The bedroom door slams shut behind you, and water floods from the canvas.
What?
It is pouring gallons and gallons per second, flooding the room. What would you like to do?
Panic.
like to have gone back and put the immovable rod in front of that door too.
The water is up past your ankles.
I'll try to
Guys.
smash through the door.
An attack roll. The door is not impressed. The
Okay.
water is up to your knees.
Jouette's gonna try to pick up the painting and put it on the floor.
Okay, Eyes of the Grave, Adriel.
I'm looking around the room to see if there's any ghostly presence that might be keeping this door shut.
Again, the whole house is kind of low-key, spooky, but Jouette, you try and hold the painting down. Make a strength check for me, please. Try as you might, though, you hold it down for a few seconds, but the water pressure is too immense, and it springs up underneath you. The water is now past your waist and rising quickly.
Guys, do we go in through the painting? Let's try to. And Gideon's gonna try to go in through the painting.
As you try this, the water is still rushing out at tremendous speed. It begins to fill the room. The water extinguishes the dim light present, and each of you taking a last gasping breath of air, you find yourselves in total darkness, floating in a black abyss of water. There is nothing around you. Nothing above, nothing below. So after a few moments, you see a faint flicker, a silver light. Out of the blackness, a small school of silver fish darts into view. It swims around you, all 5 of you, 1, 2, 3 times around you, and then begins to swim away. Swims away, swims back toward you.
Follow the fish.
Opponent,
Following the fish.
continues to swim away. You swim after them?
Mhm.
Yes. I cast light on them to make them easier to follow.
Light has a verbal component. I just checked.
Ooh. You swim after the fish. Even with the light on them, they are more visible. Your light illuminates nothing. The bedroom that was around you is gone. There is only the abyss. But after a few moments of swimming, you see another source of light. You see... Make a perception check, everyone.
That's a 21.
Oh, that's right, you have advantage.
Yeah.
Oh, Jouette, wow. See, these are the rolls. All of you see a source of light. Realmer, Adriel, Jouette, you recognize this in a weird way. You haven't seen it from this angle before, but you recognize it. It's the bay window from the hallway downstairs.
I would like to go smash the window.
All right, you easily enough. There is nothing unusual about this window except that it's free floating in an abyss. You smash the window. Your companions nearby. Water surges through, pulling you out back into the air. You, as you sit, the 5 of you, on the hall floor, dry. The window intact. The number 0 flashes through your minds. Yeah, there's no more scary noises, children. You're good.
Coughing and choking, water streaming from every orifice, I run upstairs, up the ladder, and I enter 8410 into the combination lock.
The lock remains closed.
It's not working in the order we found the numbers.
Try it the other way. 0148.
0148.
It is still locked.
So 1408 then.
Sure enough.
Like, it's a little metagamey, but whatever.
You would have gotten nervous. Again, we're running a little late. It's meant a little homage to Mr. King. 1408, the lock clicks open, and you make your way up into the attic. It's a good movie. Of the PG-13 horrors, it's up there. As you enter the attic, it's a standard-looking wooden attic. There's a small window at the far end of it. The rain, now a torrential downpour, pounds upon the ceiling. You see on the floor two rows, each with 4 children, 8 children altogether, lying in straight lines, seemingly in some kind of artificial sleep. Their bodies are unmoving except for these shallow breaths they take in their unnatural slumber. There is a 9th child standing its back to you at the far end of the attic.
Hello? Small child? There is a bunch of children up here, everyone.
What, more than 2?
Yes, in 2 straight lines. Perhaps the bravest of all is Madeline. But there is one of them awake. Hello? Patricia, maybe?
I think Adriel's going to be so disturbed by the sight of just these children laying out like this that her first inclination is going to be to reach out to the nearest one and try to cast Spare the Dying, thinking maybe that they're actually unconscious and on the brink of death.
You don't notice any immediate change. They continue to breathe as they had before.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so she'll look up to the child Grelmir is talking to and also say, hello?
Juliet is going to fly around in front of the child.
Okay, I suppose Juliet will see it first then. This child, their short black hair, oily, slightly scraggly. Juliet flies around and sees... Oh, no, they don't. No face. Flat flesh where a face should have been. And yet you hear a voice. I can't leave. I can't leave. I can't leave. I can't leave. If y'all could roll initiative, please.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, finally!
No, it's initiative rolls come out fine. It's everything else.
Mm-hmm. All right. The child turns to face you, and as they do, the shadow they cast from where? There's no strong source of light here. Takes form, stretching out from them, and begins to rise from the floor. Sir Neil, you see this happening. What would you like to do?
I will hit it with magic missile.
You literally cast magic missile at the darkness.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, that's
Right.
sketch.
Yep, that's an auto hit, so go ahead and roll damage.
I think I have second level spell slots, right?
You should.
I believe so, yeah.
Right, so I'll cast it at second level then, which means it's, let's see. Oh, sorry, I clicked the wrong spell.
Oh my
That's
gosh.
a great spell.
Well, and then the right spell didn't come through. Thanks, Roll20.
Yeah.
For description only. Okay. Yeah, so it'll be 4 darts. So.
And you just want to manually roll. Oh, perfect. Yes.
Yep.
Plus
So 10 plus, so 14.
14. Perfect. Thank you. You send these bolts of energy at the creature, this shadowy form. They lance into it. Definitely making an impact. Excellent. Anything else on your turn?
I will kind of back away from it as far as I can in the attic.
Okay. Now, Graumer and Gideon, you both got the exact same roll. Do you have a strong preference on who goes first?
Really?
I mean, you
Drummer,
can
want to
do.
go?
Certainly. I will position myself adjacent, hopefully both to the faceless girl, as well as any allies that I can be adjacent to.
All right.
And then I will unleash my dwarven wrath. If she's in reach. Is she in reach?
Well, yeah. Since we're kind of playing loose with the map. She is certainly in reach.
Okay.
Tell you what, we will say that we can position you in a way that gives you. Oh gosh, I can't.
Advantage.
Flanking.
Flanking.
Advantage. Yes. So yeah, we'll say that hits.
Excellent.
Beautiful.
In that case, I will action surge at this moment
Do it.
to go Nova.
That will also hit.
15 points of magical hammer damage.
Da 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 da.
It's hammer
Gideon.
time.
Oh, sorry. What?
I said it's hammer time.
Yes. You cast magic pants. Anything else, Growler?
I say take it down before it hurts the real children.
All right, Gideon.
Yep. Okay. Cool. Gideon's gonna cast a spell you guys actually haven't seen before. As he holds out his hand, pink and gold energy wraps around it with this dark purple center, and then he releases the magic, and he casts Eldritch Blast at the shadowy thingy.
Go ahead and roll to hit.
It didn't roll fucking damage. Damn it.
Yeah,
Why?
it's not.
Anyways,
I
what
probably
you said.
haven't set something up correctly. Yeah, if you just want to roll, manually roll a d20 and then add your modifier.
Ew. That's an 11.
Yeah, unfortunately, it shoots off. It blows a hole in the attic roof. Rain begins to drip through, but unfortunately misses the creature. Adriel, you are up.
I don't have a ton of offensive spells and things, so I am once again going to cast protection from evil and good on Gralmer, assuming so it lasted 10 minutes. I'm assuming when I cast it on him in the basement, that's expired.
It would have expired by now.
Yeah. So she's going to race up to Gralmer, clap him on the back, and cast protection. For 1 second. And then she's going to use the rest of her movement to fall back away from the shadow.
Excellent. It is now the shadow's turn. It is going to... You see its arms, long and multi-jointed, begin to take form, and it will swing out at Gromer with disadvantage. Does a 15 hit?
No.
No. Its dark claws strike towards you, but this protection of Kalimvor, along with your own magical shield joining together, repel its dark power. Jouette.
I am going to, since I'm right by this snow face, so I'm going to mutter petite male.
Okay. Now, because you, again, were playing loosey-goosey with the map, we'll give you flanking advantage. That will hit. Barely. For 6 more damage. Excellent. Wonderful. Back up to the top of the round. Sir Neil, you are up.
Okay. The faceless kid is still standing where they were?
Yeah, the faceless kid almost seemed to grow insubstantial. Their form is still visible, and the shadow seems to have... Space and meaning has kind of gotten hard to quantify since you've stepped into this room.
I think I'm just going to hit it with Magic Missile at the end then.
Excellent.
$12 damage.
These magical bolts lance into this being. You begin to hear now, as you all have been attacking it, more of a... It's not even a sound you can necessarily hear with your ears, but you feel it in your minds. Cries of pain and loneliness. Growler, you're up.
This poor restless spirit. We shall try to allow you to leave. Tell us how to help you, yes?
There is no response.
All right.
Excellent. Anything else?
Just casting about for if there's any indication of anything else in the room. Maybe I can use a bonus action just to look around, see if there's anything else of note I know there's the kids, and there's, this creature, and there seems to not be anything else in this attic, but just in case.
Make a perception check.
Natural 20.
Looking back at the door you came up through, you see row after row after row of scratches, as if made by fingernails. And based on how deep they are and how wide apart they were made by the hand of a child.
I'm sorry you were locked in here.
Yeah, we're gonna Eldritch Blast again. The shadow. It's a 16.
That will hit.
Okay. And then... Sorry, give me a check.
No, good. It's all good. It's tough for a wizard to cast Eldritch Blast.
It really is. Okay. It's gonna be a 9. No, sorry, 9 damage.
As you let the energy fly, its colorful burst of energy strikes at the heart of this shadow. And there is a piercing psychic scream in all of your minds. The shadow whips back into this child, and it disappears. Child and shadow both in one moment. As it does so, the 8 forms on the floor begin to stir and wake.
Do they look like 8 different children?
They do.
Well, let's get you all home to your parents.
So while Grelmer is saying that and ushering these children, that realization Grelmer had that this child was locked in here resonates with Adriel, and she's very disturbed by this. And she'll close her eyes and she'll say a prayer to Kalimvor and say, if any of this child's spirit, any of its energy remains here, if there's anything else we can do to set it to rest, please let me know, give me guidance.
Make a religion check.
Okay. First cleric. I'm just trapped. Terrible.
Oh, man. How religion is int-based anyway?
You get the impression that whatever force, whatever presence inhabits this house has been chased away for now. But you're not sure if it'll be back or not.
Well, she'll close her eyes once more and she'll say, Kalimvor, I hope that they all meet your justice and that this boy goes to his rightful reward and that whoever sentenced him to this terrible place meets theirs as well.
Excellent. Anything else you all want to do before you lead these 8 confused but seemingly unharmed children back out?
Well, if we go back downstairs, is the door open, or?
You lead them back downstairs. You try the front door. It opens with ease.
Adriel, would it release the spirit for good if we burned the house down?
I do not know, but it would prevent anyone else from being sent to this terrible place.
At 2 in the morning last night, in real life, Rose told me that the big fire is awake, which was terrifying.
That was an omen from Kalimvor. We know what we must do.
We could just lock the door.
Yeah, but you don't have your removable rod anymore.
Did I just forget that? That's how we're gonna roll with it? I totally forgot my special magic rod.
I mean, it's a one-shot, so...
Yeah, it's a good point.
We will let you decide.
Then definitely have the second immovable rod.
brief other creepy child story. Several years ago when Natalia was much younger, 3, 4 maybe, she came into our bedroom in the middle of the night because she had a scary dream. Like, oh, come on, come snuggle with us. It's okay. And we're all settling back down again. About 5 minutes later, she's like, getting upset again. It's like, what's the matter? The man with the golden teeth is staring at me. I'm glad they find it funny now.
Yeah, Rose found the big fire is awake and other things hilarious at 2 in the morning. Just so... She's like, I'm so funny. I'm so funny.
So we will say the 8 children are let out. Some of them have been missing for years. Patricia and Sammy are among them. Boy is delighted. He is thrilled to see you back out in the daylight again. Some of the others don't quite I mean, the city looks familiar, but it has changed. As you get them all to safety, a little bit later, you come back. You set the house ablaze. You each work diligently to make sure none of the other nearby houses catch fire. The town guard, having had some brief encounters, don't do much to put the fire out until the house is nothing but smoke and ash. Whether that spells the end of the bad house or not remains to be seen. And that will wrap up our 2020 Spooktacular!
Yay!
Woo!
That was fun.
Awesome. Well done. Well done, Jeremy. That was fantastic. So much fun.
That was so much fun.
That was great.
I hope we did justice with our ridiculousness and our bad puns.
Yeah.
Yeah, about a third of the way in, I decided that was part of my character.
No, I think we managed to strike a good balance of, I mean, because it's D&D, it's Halloween, it should be fun.
Well, awesome! Thank you so much. Thank you to people who came by and watched. Corey was joining us from Twitch, as well as Vanthros Screen Name and IOG, and I think a couple others. So thank you all for joining us, and thanks everybody for playing, and big thank you to Jeremy for putting on the Spooktacular. Wow.
Thank you all. This was a lot of fun. Thank you.
Yeah, this was a lot of fun.
And those were some great characters, too.
We had a good fun.
I'm wishing I'd built something that was a little less utility focused.
You didn't keep a single inanimate object. We're really proud of you.
Well, yeah, he certainly was a lot more useful than Thrasher would have been.
Thrasher would just been fighting everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I eat the penguin.
No, he would lick all the doorknobs.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, everybody. Have a safe and happy Halloween.
Yep. Happy Halloween, everybody.
Happy Halloween. Bye-bye.
Stay spooky.
Good night.